Is this the end of all that we have been, and all we did or dreamed? Is this the end, or a new beginning?
இதுதான் முடிவா இல்லை இது ஒரு புது தொடக்கமா?
Est-ce la fin, ou est-ce un nouveau commencement?
Good evening, dear friends. Welcome to everyone in this beautiful auditorium. Thank you to all artists who are here to support us. Thank you to everyone. And I am Philippe, director and choreographer of Surya Performance Lab.
I am Thierry, I am co-director of Surya Performance Lab, and I am performer too.
I would like also to address a warm welcome to Madame la Consul Générale de France. Thank you for your presence. It's a big encouragement for us. And thank you for the Vice French Consul also, who is here. Thank you to both of you. We want to welcome and greet all the people from all the world who are here also with us. So, good morning, our friend from USA. Good afternoon, people from South Africa and from France. Good evening and good afternoon from London. Good evening, India. And good night, Vietnam. And probably many others that I am not aware. Congratulations to be with us. Thank you. And we are very happy to welcome you for this online and live fundraising event. To be honest, it's our first experience like that, and it's quite challenging. But we'll do our best. Probably the COVID context, this pandemic, invite us to create new alternative pathway and for creation. We can do it thanks to AVI USA and especially to Matthew. And thank you, Serena, and your team for the coordination and direction of this technical challenging event. We need your support. This show cannot happen without your support. We don't want only money, but your support. We don't want donors, but partners. And that is possible because of you, and thank to you. So, is this the end? It's about, is this the end?
So it is the end, so it's the new production. In fact, we started to dream about this show 2 years ago. I don't know, Philippe had like a premonition about this time of crisis, about this pandemic, and he wanted to start to create a show. And Sri Aurobindo appears to us with this poem, Is This the End? It was for us very, it was a kind of shock. And so now this poem is our guide to create our show, to our performance.
So we'll be happy to perform for you 35 minutes from this new show. It's still a work in progress, but we are more than happy to share it with you. Then we will introduce our team. We will ask our French consul to say some words. And hopefully we will have a connection in live with USA, and Matthew will address you some words. First, we want to share with you some past works and before the extract in live on this stage. And we want to share with you 35 years or maybe 40 years of work. We work together since, we count this morning, 38 years. 38 years of collaboration in Reunion Island.
Yes, 38 years of collaboration. It's quite long. And in fact, when Philippe came in Reunion Island, he wanted to really to explore with all the actors and dancers of Réunion Island the memory of the body and how we can decolonize the body and decolonize the imagination.
Voilà, it's our experience. And from Réunion Island, we tour in 82 countries. We stayed a long time in South Africa, where we were invited by Nelson Mandela to do the same experience about decolonization of the mind and imagination just after apartheid. So it was quite a great experience. So now we can have some photo.
Also a tribute to the San Bushmen, which is the first population of South Africa.
Now we are with Boo Earth, a show co-produced with Kalarigram, Kalari Payatu Warriors. We are already with Core Maison du Vent, Core Wind, with people from India and Sri Lanka. It's about the war.
And now this show is called Maravan. It's inspired by a drum from Indian Ocean. It's a drum for ritual. And it is a tribute to all the freedom fighters from Réunion and all Africa.
Passage, it's another show in Africa, South Africa. It's about the ritual of passage in Africa. We were in residency in South Africa. This show is called Kala, Kala the Fire. We work with people from Opera of Paris, lyrics, opera singer. It was about oppression of women. The show is Water Carriers, one of the shows we tour the most in the world. We perform more than 800 times. We are already with Vast, our last creation in Aurobindo, with Gopal and Thierry. Beyond the oppression, how this man from Nepal will reconnect with his own Himalaya. We perform everywhere in India with many festivals welcome us. And now, introduce to you our new creation. It is The Hand with Gopal, Wong, Thierry, and David, Zan David, who created the music. Now we are going to perform for you 30 minutes of our new show. It's still a work in progress. It's a story of two young people who face a world in crisis, in transition, a pandemic world, and that creates in them this emergency of a new breeze, emergency of reconnection with the vastness and reconnection with nature.
Is this the end of all that we have been and all we did or dream? A name unremembered, and form undone. Is this the end? A body rotting under a slab of stone, or turned to ash in fire. A mind dissolved, lost its forgotten thoughts. Is this the end? Our little hours that were and are no more, our passions once so high, being mocked by the still earth and the calm sunshine, because the tree is felled where the bird sang, must the song too hush? Is this the end?
Ai hoa nhài nào, ai hoa hồng đây, hoa hồng thơm nào, hoa hồng thơm đây, ai hoa sen không, ai hoa sen nào, hoa sen thơm nào.
This was a really beautiful glimpse of what, so you've got all of us excited to really look forward to the final production. I think the way you depicted and brought in so many elements of body movement, dance, contemporary dance, traditional dance as well, and then different sounds, music, emotions, without words really, and singing as well. I think the way you wove it all together was absolutely brilliant. And this is something that we all go through almost every day, no? It's a depiction of what is it that we all go through, struggle, and come out. So it was absolutely wonderful, and we can't wait for the final product. We're eagerly looking forward. Thank you again. It's for you, I think this is
Bonsoir, Manakam. Good evening. Thank you so much for this great performance. When Surya Performance Lab announced the show, when Philippe and Thierry sent me the information, I wanted to be there for two reasons. First, the Consulate of France in Pondicherry and the Alliance Française of Pondicherry have been supporting Surya Performance Lab for a few years now, so it was logical to be there. It was meant to be. And the second reason is that since I've arrived, Surya Performance Lab was one of the so few artistic connections I could have during these pandemic times, and we met like 9 months ago, and we've been talking about this show for 9 months. So, and I'm glad to inform you that this show is selected for our next big cultural festival that will take place in April, if everything goes right and pandemic is down. So we plan to have a French culture, Francophone culture festival in Pondicherry next year, and then you will see the show in the entire show. So it's just a teasing, so I had to see the teasing before working on the program of the festival for good, and I'm really inspired with what I've saw tonight. And what I like is that you bring many different things together, and the word that comes to me is diversity. And one of my great discovery in India is the diversity of India, the diversity of culture, diversity of people, diversity of landscape, of diversity of everything, of nature, and you know that in France, diversity is also something we really share and we would like to cherish. So I think diversity it's what India and France have in common and cherish. So it was meant to be. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you to both of you. We are so happy to welcome you. And now, Serena, are we ready to receive our friend from USA?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Matthew Andrews, and I'm the president of Aurobindo International USA. I hope you enjoyed this evening's performance. What an incredible group of dancers and choreographers. They're able to convey through their bodies the basic human pains, longings, joys, and hopes in a way that words can't touch. And they also share the fundamental aspirational and creative spirit of Aurobindo in a unique and important way. We decided to sponsor this event because we recognize the value of artistic and creative expression during a time of collective human challenge like the one we're facing right now. Normally, Surya Performance Lab would be touring the world and sharing their creativity and dynamism with audiences everywhere. We wanted to help them find a way to make those connections despite the limitations of this moment. Thank you for joining and expanding our support for Surya Performance Lab through your generous donations. Now, I've been in touch with these folks over the past 6 weeks, so I know how much they have really poured themselves into preparing this magnificent performance for all of us this evening. And I'd like to take our collective support just a step further. So here's the deal. Over the next 24 hours, any donations that are made to Surya Performance Lab, either through their financial services account in Aurobindo or through the online donation portal, will be matched by Aurobindo International USA. That means that if you give 500 rupees or 50 euros or $100, Aurobindo International USA will provide the same amount on top of that, up to the equivalent of $1,000. So let's join together over the next 24 hours. Let's pool our efforts, combine our hearts and our generosity, and support Surya Performance Lab to ensure they can continue to share their important and beautiful work with the world. Thank you, and good night.